Alright, what's up, Jaguars? I hope you're all doing okay. Because if you are, then that only makes one of us. Well, I mean, no, exclude me out. Welcome to another epic episode of Catfish, the review part Dukes. And by now, I'm pretty sure you all can tell what kind of mini web series this is. This is a mini review series where I'm reviewing each and every third season of Catfish, the TV show. Okay? Because you all know that this is just a review mini series, and I'm coming to you with these, and I'm doing it for all of you out there. I'm doing it for all the Jaguars and all of the fans of Catfish, the TV show. And by now you all are probably wondering how I'm doing. Well, let's just say I'm doing okay. Yeah, it's been kind of a long week for me. Kind of a hectic one, but I'm hanging in there. And I would like to take this time right now to thank God for giving me the strength and the power to get through all of this. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. And in this week's episode of Catfish, the TV show for the third season, as you can see right here, we got Neve and Max. They're ready and they're primed to jump into the next case. Is it stories or is it case? Does it really matter? I mean, as long as we're out there, we're helping people, you know, well, people who are in, you know, online romances, and get to the bottom of things, and if possible, you know, arrange that meet. And in this week's episode, it is the story of Antoinette and T Lights. That's right, Antoinette and T Lights. T Lights is a pretty interesting name, isn't it? Why? Because this is a rapper that we're talking about here, Jaguars. A rapper slash singer. So let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, here is a young lady here. Yeah, I'm not so sure about her age. She could be from 18 to maybe 22 or 23. You know, she's very famous on Instagram. We're talking 44,000 followers, okay? And she's a real good looking lady here. Real hot. And she works at a redneck bar. Yeah, that's right. She works at a redneck bar, and you know, she wears, you know, skimpy outfits and you know, rather controversial clothing, you know, like short skirts and stuff like that. But you know, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that, Jaguars, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. Okay, but let's go ahead on and stick to business here, because you know why we're here, right? Antoinette has fallen in love with a rapper named Albert Ambrose, aka T Lights, on Instagram. You know, they each have over 44,000 followers. They have been talking a lot on the phone and texting each other for about 2 years, but have yet to meet face to face in person. There's always an excuse as to why T Lights can't video chat or Skype. You know, stuff like a connection is bad or he's too busy. Now, the part about him being way too busy, you know, because of his scheduling, would make a lot of sense, because he is a rapper and a singer. So he would be booked, you know, making songs and stuff. Okay. And you know, according to Antoinette here, you know, they did try to meet up once, but right before they were going to, they kind of got into an argument and called off the meet. But then later on, you know, T-Lice contacted Antoinette, of course, and apologized, and therefore that put their relationship right back on track. And by the way, you know, Antoinette, as you can see right here, you know, looks real good. Yeah, it's a real good looking lady right here, you know. And when Max and Neve, you know, first saw her at this redneck bar, they were just wondering, you know, why a nice lady like this would be on Instagram. You know, she shouldn't have to be, you know, with the way she looks. But of course, you know what kind of world we live in. You know, it's not easy to find love. And to find that special someone, you know, we have to go online or in this case, Instagram, to try to do it. But we all usually know how that works out, huh? And here is the famous T-Lights. This is his Instagram page. You know, Max, you know, made a comment and said that T-Lice looks like the man version of Justin Bieber. Okay, if Max wants to be that way and start judging guys, alright. I guess he has a point there. And here is another pic of, you know, T-Lights. You know, Antoinette really likes this guy. I mean, as you've already seen on the show, Antoinette really likes this guy, you know. She is in love with him. But, you know, Antoinette seems to be putting her guard up. You know, she's being very careful. She doesn't want to put herself out there by saying that, you know, she's in love with this guy. So she's being real careful with the I love yous and all that, and there hasn't been any of that. Well, at least not yet, even though they've been talking for 2 years. And that's a lot, and that's very different than we can say for other people on this show. Because in most cases, you know, on this show, you know, even though they haven't met face to face, you know, they're falling in love with people that they haven't even met, you know, just because they see a picture of them. But this case is different, you know. Antoinette is being very smart, you know, even though she's falling for this guy, you know, but she's using her brain and not, you know, putting herself on the line or putting her heart on the line here. And that's a very smart thing to do. Very good, Antoinette. My hat is off to you, girl. So, Neve and Max start their investigation and run Albert Ambrose's phone number on a computer. And they find this. Yeah, they find one match. Is Carmen B. Essay. Carmen B. Essay. And then Neve checks the white pages, and they find some more information on Carmen B. Essay. You know, some contact information. And then they find this. People who are related to him. So far, associated people, Joseph. Another associated peep is unknown. So, and by the way, you know, what Neve and Max are trying to do here and attempting to do here are to see whether or not, you know, Albert Ambrose, aka T-Lice, you know, is who he says he is. And they're trying to figure out, you know, is Antoinette talking to the real deal? The real T-Lice deal. And that's what they're attempting to do here. And in order to do that, they look up Joseph Essay. That's right, they look up Joseph Essay. And find his Facebook page. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Not much to it. And then here they find Joseph's brother's Albert Ambrose's music video. Whoop, there it is. This right here is proving that Joseph Ambrose is who he says he is. Now at this point right here, you know, it's looking pretty good for T-Lights. Boom. Boom. Check it out, Jaguars and fans of this show. If what we found before wasn't enough, look at this. This appears to be a photo family pic. You know, Neve and Max find this family pic right here with T-Lights in it. That's right, T-Lights is right there, you know, I circled them for you. So it looks like everything checks out real good. T-Lights is telling the truth about everything. Okay, very nice. That's good. Very rare on this show, I gotta tell you. That's real nice. I'm at this point, you know, I'm getting the feeling that we just may get a happy ending on this week's episode of Catfish, the TV show. Wow, what a concept. Hold up. Just a second. There's just one teensy little problem. Well, at least there was. Because then, you know, Neve and Max weren't so sure about who exactly was using the number to talk to Antoinette. You know, was it Joseph or Albert? Since the manager on the phone couldn't really confirm whose number that it really was. I mean, there's a good chance that it could, you know, be either of these guys. Because, by the way, you know, Joseph is married, you know, to another girl. And we're really hoping that, you know, he's not the one that, you know, Antoinette has been talking to. Because Joseph and Albert, you know, since they're related, you know, brothers and all, they sound very similar on the phone. So that was just the only, you know, little confusion that there was at this point. But everything else checked out okay. Oh, and yeah, there's something else. No, it's not about, you know, T-Lights or his brother. It was about Antoinette herself. Yeah, I really like this part of the episode right here for this week. Neve and Max found this on Antoinette's Instagram. You know, this right here. Oh boy. Yeah. Here's a video of Antoinette on her Instagram. You know, she's dancing on her Instagram page. You know, Neve and Max were really bewildered by this, and they had some concerns. And they actually asked, you know, Antoinette about this, you know. And they asked her about this in front of her dad. Well, luckily for us, and luckily for Antoinette, you know, her dad already knew about it. But her dad actually thought that, you know, she had deleted, you know, all of the videos like this and all of the photos like this, you know, her being raunchy and stuff. Now, I, of course, really don't mind it. I mean, I've seen, you know, stuff like this before. I'm sure we all have. And I don't mind it. I mean, come on, Jaguars. I mean, there are people out there who are doing way more extreme stuff than this. I mean, if Neve and Max has some concerns, okay, that's fine. But couldn't they have pulled her off to the side and maybe said something to her in private? I mean, this is her. I mean, this is Antoinette's choice, by the way. I mean, we can't really tell her to, you know, not do this. I mean, that's her choice, okay? I mean, it's her hobby, you know, it's her prerogative. I mean, this is something that she likes to do. Her friends do it too, you know. I mean, this is a real, you know, nice video of her, you know, dancing in front of the camera. I mean, pretty good. I mean, you know, I mean, not that I'm into the, you know, this kind of stuff. I just don't mind it, you know. Well, okay, you know what? Let's get back to business, okay? Yeah, let's get on with the yeah, let's get on with this. Okay, anyway, yeah, all right, getting back to, you know, business, you know, getting back to the point of this, you know, story and show. Now, Neve and Max, you know, meet with Antoinette, and they tell her what could be, you know, the good news about tea lights. I mean, everything checked out on this guy, you know, he is for real. But the only question was, you know, who in fact was Antoinette talking to? Well, you know what, Jaguars? To actually settle this little confusion, guess what Neve, Max, and Antoinette decide to do? Because you all know how it goes, right? All you diehard fans of Catfish, the TV show. Because normally they would call, you know, the catfishy up and arrange a meet. But Neve decides to just not do that. He decides to just go down there to where, you know, T-Lice is performing and just surprise him there. And, you know, Neve said that the reason why they don't want to call them because if it is true that, you know, that it's his brother who's really the one that's talking to Antoinette and not the real T-Lice, because Joseph would say to T-Lice something like, "Oh, I messed up, I need you to cover up for me," and such. Oh man. Now about that right there, I just don't know. Really risky, you know, just showing up unannounced on a person like that. And in this season so far, you know, we have been doing that, haven't we? I don't know about that, fellas, if we should continue to keep doing that. But anyways, that's what happens. You know, Neve, Max, and Antoinette, they go to T-Lice concert. And I gotta say, this is a pretty good show. Right here, we see T-Lice. He's performing in front of all these people here, doing his thing, you know, the rapping and the singing. Yeah, okay, it's a good show. Real good show. And as you saw on the show, you know, they go outside. You know, first, of course, Neve goes to talk to T-Lice at first. And then T-Lice meet, you know, face to face with Antoinette. Here they are meeting face to face and they're talking. Albert, aka T-Lice, says that he is in fact the one that Antoinette has been talking to for the past 2 years. So there you have it. It's been confirmed, and you know, it is the guy in the pictures. Oh yeah. And that's very nice for a change. Most definitely on this show. Whew. And you know, Neve went ahead on and cleared things up with Joseph and told him about where the confusion was, but you know what, confusion has been resolved. Everything is good. So here, they're just catching up and then they're hanging out together. So yeah, like I said before, it looks like we're actually getting a happy ending here. It's the guy in the pictures, what else can I say? Okay, I will have to say that, they hung out a lot. They came back, 24 hours later, like they usually do. Antoinette went to see T-Lice here. He took her to the studio where they actually make the music, and they did go out on a few dates. But it didn't really lead to anything from there. But still, all in all, we still got that, good ending. Neve and Max, good job. All I can say is wow. A happy ending on Catfish, the TV show. Is that rare on this show? Oh, hell yeah, it is. Usually it's not the guy in the pictures when it's time for the meet, but this time it was. There was some confusion at first because T-Lice couldn't meet up with Antoinette simply because of his schedule of working in the studio, and it's good that Antoinette was being careful and keeping her guard up. I mean, this is a guy that she met on Instagram, so there weren't really any, I love yous or stuff like that. And Albert, being a rap / singing star, had to use caution too, because he wasn't really sure if Antoinette was for real. Him and his brothers, thought that. They're both very private, which is good and understanding. Okay, 1 month later, Albert and Antoinette. Ooh. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Ooh. 1 month later, Albert and Antoinette are good, close friends, and they're keeping in touch via text messaging and Instagram. Yeah, more Instagram stuff. But they're not pursuing anything romantic. In fact, Antoinette is currently dating someone else. I remember Mystery, star of The Pickup Artist, saying that even if it is the guy in the pictures, it still may not work out. And it looks like that's the case here. Also, about the videos and pictures that Antoinette is posting on her Instagram, Neve and Max had concerns about that. I'm glad that they were professional and they respected Antoinette's choice of doing that, because posting extreme pics and vids online is something that lots of people do. It's very common, and I've seen worse and more extreme pics and videos than what Antoinette was posting on her Instagram. So Antoinette is good with me. In fact, I like her stuff. But however, on the flip side, I see where Neve and Max are coming from as well. Yeah, because uploading pictures and videos like that can be very risky. So I see what they're saying. Besides, she took down all extreme and questionable vids and pics. So it's good to get a happy ending every now and then, even though the Catfish E ends up dating someone else, when it is in fact the guy in the picture who's been telling the truth all along. And I really like T-Lice's performance at his concert. It was a good show. It wasn't epic, but it was good. So I'm going to end it right here. Peace out. Till the next episode / installment.